The moment you turn 30, an invisible script appears. A script filled with unspoken expectations and societal pressures. It's as if overnight the world starts measuring you against a yardstick you didn't even know existed. Suddenly there's a clock ticking in the background of every conversation. It's not just a clock, it's a countdown, a subtle reminder of milestones you're supposed to be reaching. Friends get engaged, their joy amplified across social media, making you question your own path. Family asks pointed questions, disguised as concern but feeling more like interrogation. So, are you seeing anyone special? When are you going to settle down? The pressure mounts, and social media becomes a parade of weddings and baby announcements, each post a tiny nudge reminding you of what society deems success. The world suggests you should be partnered by now, building a life with someone else, buying a house, starting a family. These become the markers of adulthood, the benchmarks of a life well lived according to the script. If you're not, it whispers that you're behind, that you're somehow failing to meet expectations. This pressure isn't always loud, it doesn't come with a megaphone. It's a subtle hum, a cultural expectation we rarely question, a set of unspoken rules that dictate what our lives should look like. Every first date feels heavier, burdened by the weight of finding the one before it's too late. And being single starts to feel like a personal failing, a reflection of some inherent flaw. The great deception is that your worth is tied to your relationship status, that your value as a person is somehow diminished if you're not part of a couple. It tells you that being single after 30 is a problem to solve, not a path to live, a challenge to overcome rather than a choice to embrace. This narrative breeds anxiety and a desperate need to find a partner, any partner, just to silence the ticking, to quiet the voices, to conform to the expectations. It's everywhere. In movies, perpetuating the fairy tale romance. In casual questions, those seemingly innocent inquiries about your love life. In the assumption that your plans should involve someone else, that your happiness is contingent on finding a partner. You might wonder, what's wrong with me? Am I running out of time? Am I destined to be alone? The truth? Nothing is wrong with you. You are not broken. You are not flawed. You are not a project to fix. You don't need to be improved or completed by someone else. You are a whole person, living a full life on your own terms, capable of joy, success, and fulfillment regardless of your relationship status. This pressure is a social construct, not a universal truth, an artificial standard imposed by a society that often prioritizes conformity over individuality. The panic is a conditioned response, not a natural one, a learned behavior reinforced by years of societal messaging. Recognizing this is the first step toward liberation, toward freeing yourself from the constraints of this artificial timeline. Your life's timeline is yours alone to write, no apologies needed. Embrace your own rhythm, your own path, and your own definition of happiness. Our culture, saturated with fairy tales and rom-coms, often pushes the myth of a romantic deadline. It subtly, and sometimes not so subtly, suggests that there's a specific time frame within which we should find the one. This myth implies that love is a limited resource, a commodity that somehow expires or diminishes in value after 30. It's as if the dating pool suddenly dries up, leaving only slim pickings. This belief is not only false but also deeply harmful, fostering unnecessary anxiety and self-doubt. It preys on our insecurities and distorts our perception of time and relationships. It creates a frantic scarcity mindset, where people feel pressured to settle for less than they deserve, simply to avoid being left on the shelf. It drives people into the wrong relationships that lack genuine connection and compatibility. People end up forcing connections where they don't naturally exist, all just to avoid the perceived stigma, the societal judgment of being single. The fear of being alone becomes a stronger motivator than the desire for authentic love. The myth is rooted in outdated norms, in traditions that no longer reflect the realities of modern life and relationships. It stems from a time when life paths were rigid, when societal expectations dictated that people should marry young, have children, and follow a predetermined script. But life has changed dramatically. We now live in a world of unprecedented freedom and opportunity. People live longer, fuller, more diverse lives, pursuing careers, passions, and relationships on their own terms and timelines. Love doesn't have an expiration date. It's not a perishable item. It can arrive at any age, in any circumstance, often when you least expect it. Love can blossom in the most unexpected places and at the most unexpected times. Believing in a deadline closes you off to life's possibilities, limiting your openness to new experiences and potential connections. This myth damages self-esteem, eroding your sense of self-worth and making you question your value as a person. It makes you feel less valuable as time passes, as if your worth is tied to your age and relationship status. You might lower your standards, compromising on your values and needs in a desperate attempt to find someone, anyone, or ignore red flags out of desperation, overlooking warning signs and settling for unhealthy relationships. Your value has absolutely nothing to do with age or relationship status. Your worth is inherent and independent of external factors. You are worthy of love and happiness at every stage of your life, regardless of whether you're single or in a relationship. To truly thrive and find authentic happiness, you must actively reject this harmful myth and challenge it whenever it appears, whether it's in conversations with friends, in media portrayals, or in your own internal dialogue. Life isn't a race, a competition to see who can reach the altar first. There's no finish line you must cross by a certain age. Your journey is your own, and it unfolds at its own pace. Some find love in high school, experiencing the joys and challenges of young romance. Others in retirement, discovering companionship and connection later in life. Both are valid, both are beautiful, and both are testaments to the enduring power of love. Freeing yourself from the constraints of the romantic deadline lets you date with curiosity, with an open mind and a genuine desire to connect, not desperation. It opens you to genuine, right-for-you love, the kind of love that nourishes your soul and brings you lasting happiness whenever it comes. Your journey is unique, a tapestry woven with your own experiences, dreams, and aspirations. There's no clock on happiness, no expiration date on joy. Let go of the myth, release the pressure, and embrace the freedom to live and love on your own terms. And let love arrive on its own time, naturally and organically, when the time is right for you. Being single after 30 is often portrayed as a waiting game, a prelude to something more. But what if it's not? What if it's a powerful chapter in its own right, a time for profound self-discovery and growth? It builds a quiet, unshakable strength, a resilience that comes from navigating life on your own terms. It's about finding your inner compass and trusting your own judgment. You become your own hero, the one you've been waiting for, fixing the small things and the big things. Navigating unfamiliar territories, both literally and figuratively, comforting yourself through challenges. Each challenge adds to your confidence. Each hurdle cleared reinforces your belief in your own capabilities. You know you can handle life, whatever it throws your way. This is a time for self-growth, a period of intense learning and personal evolution. More space to explore the world, learn new skills, and invest in yourself, your passions, and your dreams. You discover what truly makes you happy, what ignites your soul, and what you want your life to stand for, what values you want to uphold. Independence becomes your superpower, a source of strength and self-reliance. Not against relationships, but for yourself, for your own well-being and fulfillment. Your happiness isn't dependent on anyone else. It comes from within. This makes you a better friend, more present and supportive. Family member, and if you choose, partner, because you are coming from a place of wholeness. You bring a whole person to the table, someone complete and self-assured. Not someone looking to be completed, but someone ready to share their life with another. The solo journey also deepens, strengthens, and enriches your sense of community, your connection to the world around you. Without a built-in partner, a default companion, you cultivate a rich support system, a network of people who care about you, friends who are there for you, family who loves you, chosen family who understands you. These connections are genuine and meaningful, built on shared experiences and mutual respect. Love and connection come in many forms, a spectrum of relationships that enrich your life. Not just romance, but deep friendships, strong family bonds, and meaningful community ties. Your life is rich with love, support, and connection, even if it doesn't fit the traditional mold, even if it looks different from what society expects. This is not a consolation prize. It's not a second-best option. It's a life of depth and connection, a life lived fully and authentically. Celebrate the power of your solo journey. Embrace the freedom and the strength it brings. One of the greatest gifts of being single after 30 is radical freedom. It's not just about what you watch on TV. It's the freedom to design your life, uncompromised. You're the architect, where you live, how you spend your time, what you prioritize. Big decisions are yours alone. Move cities, travel, start a business, follow your passions. Your life is a wide-open road, not a two-lane street. This autonomy leads to a life that's authentically yours. Your time is your own, your interests, your schedule, your sanctuary. Relationships aren't a prison, but single life offers unique spaciousness. You learn to enjoy your own company and create a home that reflects you. This self-reliance is the ultimate security. No one can take it away. Freedom is the foundation for a life you truly love. Relationships that begin later in life are often stronger and more enduring. By your 30s, you've gained wisdom, maturity, and self-knowledge. Past experiences have taught you what works and what doesn't. You know your needs and boundaries, and you're less likely to settle. You bring emotional intelligence and a clear sense of self to the table. Later love is built on a solid foundation, two whole people choosing each other. It's about complementing, not completing each other. This interdependence is the hallmark of healthy relationships. Love is calmer, more deliberate, rooted in friendship and shared values. There's less drama, more authenticity. You navigate conflict with grace and appreciate everyday joys. The wisdom of waiting means the love you find later is built to last. Sometimes the best love comes after you've truly found yourself. Being single after 30 brings a deep well of self-knowledge. It's earned through solitude, challenge, and the freedom to explore your own mind. Without a partnership to define you, you define yourself. You question old beliefs and discover your true values. This clarity makes you discerning in relationships. You know your worth and boundaries. You date with purpose, not out of fear of being alone. You become your own best friend, trusting your intuition and providing for your own needs. Happiness and validation come from within. Any relationship you choose is a beautiful addition, not a necessity. Self-reliance is a treasure you carry for life. Society's definition of success is narrow. Education, career, marriage, house, kids. But success is personal, not a checklist. Being single after 30 lets you throw out the old rulebook and write your own. You define what a meaningful life looks like for you. This is an act of rebellion and self-affirmation. Celebrate your own milestones. Buying a home, getting a promotion, finishing a marathon. You decide the finish line and hand out the trophies. By living authentically, you inspire others to do the same. Happiness isn't about finding a partner. It's about creating a life you love. You're building a more inclusive world, one authentic life at a time. Single life is rich with diverse, meaningful relationships. Without a default partner, you build a vibrant network of friends, mentors, and community. These connections are the foundation of your happiness. Friendships become chosen family, nurtured with intention and care. You engage with a wider range of people, enriching your life with new ideas and perspectives. Single people are often more connected to their communities than married counterparts. Your life is filled with many kinds of love, not a consolation, but a complete way to live. Celebrate the tapestry of connection you've woven. Your timeline is valid. There's no universal schedule for life's milestones. You are not behind or failing. You're exactly where you need to be. The pressure to be partnered by a certain age is a cultural illusion. Let go of that story and write your own. Being single in your 30s is not a waiting room, it's life itself. The skills you're building, resilience, independence, connection, are superpowers. This is not a setback, but a foundation for an extraordinary life. Embrace this chapter as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. If you choose partnership, do it from strength, not fear. Bring a complete, happy person to any relationship. Release the pressure and trust your path. Your happiness isn't dependent on a +1. Your single life is a life to be celebrated.